Hey guys, MoonLightSwami here, and I'm with a guest.
This is Regular Dave on
And
Moonlight Swami's channel. Most of y'all probably don't know who I am, but I am a fellow member of GameFaceStudios. What's going on, Moonlight Swami?
nothing much, man. And this actually probably will partially go up on GFS too. So, we'll see. So, the topic of discussion today is steroids in baseball.
Ooh, that's a taboo topic.
Oh, yeah. So, we're going to pretty much discuss how it affected the game, how it was possible, and, well, how it affects us from now on. Okay, so let's start out with, when do you think this kind of started? I mean, I don't really know.
That's one of the problems, that we really don't know when it started. I mean, we have an idea and we just make assumptions and we can go by what certain players said, but that's one of the hard parts of trying to nail down the steroid era. You can't really say when it started.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, it really seems like it could be. It seems like the mid-90s, like 95, 96 is the breaking point, and when people started realizing, like, whoa, this is a little weird. But, I mean, it could have been going on since, they've been in existence, and we don't even know when they really came into fruition, just, like, when they really started being used a lot,
Nope. All we know is what Jose Canseco has to tell us.
I mean, you remember seeing the Rocky movie, Rocky 4, and they had the giant Russian on the giant steroids.
Yeah, Drago. He's not a man, he's a machine.
Now, that's Albert Pujols, but...
Oh, my bad.
But, yeah, I mean, steroids have been around since the 70s, so, I mean, it's really hard to tell how many people have used them, how many people they tested. But let's start out with, what do you think really was the catalyst for steroids becoming, like, big in baseball?
Man, people since the beginning of the time in a competition always look to get an advantage, man. However they can get it, doesn't matter whether it's cheating, just working harder, however they can get an advantage, they're going to do it. So that's it, man. That competition basically brought on the steroid era.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but I personally think that not only competition, but I think the strike brought on the steroid era. I mean,
yeah, definitely. Well, the thing is, steroids, you had to know they were going on before the strike, because look at the Bash brothers, McGuire, Canseco, their forearms were freaking busting out. So it was going on before the strike, but steroids after the strike, I mean, that's what brought baseball back. Everybody can pretty much agree to that.
Yeah, I mean, it really brought us out of the depression of, well, the strikes always kill. I mean, if you look at the NHL, they have honestly just recovered statistically from the strike that they had. I don't even know how long ago. Was it like 2003? It was a while ago, right?
Yeah, it was a while ago. They lost the whole season.
Yeah, and, well, statistically, they just recovered their attendance and television views from right before that period. So, I mean, they didn't have anything like steroids to really bolster them through it, but I personally think that, and sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it seems like it's attendance juicing. And by that I mean, like, they intentionally got the people to take steroids, they promoted it a little bit, they said, it's not illegal in the game, it might be illegal in the US a little bit, depending on what they are, but, they're not illegal in the game, nobody needs to know, and we're going to get you guys some big numbers, possibly get you in the Hall of Fame. What do you say? I mean, I don't think anybody would really say no to that, do you?
No, I wouldn't say no to that. I'd say that since they didn't police it, I wouldn't say that they introduced it, but since they didn't police it and the players knew that, the higher-ups were going to turn their head no matter what. As long as they was hitting balls 500 feet and getting fans to the park, they didn't care how they were doing it. So, I mean, by not policing it, you're almost promoting it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, if you look at guys who took steroids, if they stopped after 2003, I personally don't really give them fault. Like, guys who got suspended, like Manny Ramirez, Rafael Palmeiro.
Wait, guys. Man Ram wasn't on steroids, man. He was...
Yeah, I know.
I'm a Dodger fan, so I'm trying to defend him, but I really can't. But he wasn't a thing. He was taking roids that, like, women who can't get pregnant take.
Yeah, apparently he was taking those. I believe it was to strengthen his, well, I don't know what he was trying to strengthen with that. Maybe his pecs, but
yeah, I don't know. Let's skip over that.
Yeah, but I actually I do like Manny Ramirez. I've been a fan of his for a while. Not like favorite player type of fan. I actually went to LA to a Dodger game, and I got his jersey. My mom was like insistent I get it because she's a huge Manny fan too. He got traded 5 days later, and it's a full-base $250 jersey.
Yeah, I remember when they took down the Manny Wood sign out of LA. We had the whole little Manny Wood section, and then they just removed it.
Yeah, that I bet it was depressing down there at that point.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of sad. I mean, I went down there this past year, or 2 years ago, apparently. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. And I should have waited because we went to Anaheim and to Los Angeles, and Pujols is my favorite player. I went to St. Louis to see him, and it's like, damn, I could have gone to see him in Anaheim and really seen those Angels pop, you know?
Hey, I live about less than 15 minutes away from Angel Stadium. So even though I'm not a big Angel, I don't really care for the Angels too much, I'm going to be in their park all the time just so I can watch Albert Pujols.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically what I did with Barry Bonds when I would watch him on ESPN. I would watch him all the time. I would watch every at-bat when he got anywhere over 700 home runs. Every time they showed it, I'd watch it.
Yeah, I was on top of that, too.
And that's the perfect segue, right? Just right back into Barry Bonds. So, what do you think? What do you think about Barry Bonds and the steroids thing?
Ooh, that one's real touchy, man. I'm not a Barry supporter. I can say this about Barry Bonds. That, say what you want about him, he had 2 Hall of Fame careers.
Oh, yeah.
He had a career before the steroids that if he would have retired, got a career-ending injury or whatever, he would still be a Hall of Famer.
Oh, hell yeah.
So once he starts taking the steroids, he just goes bananas. But I don't really find the argument that you can't put him in the Hall because he was on roids. I don't really find that argument to be valid to me.
Yeah, me either. I think it's more that the writers are trying to preserve the integrity of the game, which it's kind of hard to determine what the integrity really is. I mean, pitchers used to use spitballs. They used to take things to help them get through games. Some of them were on drugs. Some of them, it all depends. Some of them were taking payoffs. Like, there are a lot of things that happen in baseball.
Not to mention that black people couldn't play in baseball.
That's a huge thing. Segue right back.
Hey, as an African American, that is huge.
Yeah, and also the lack of Latino players during that time period as well. I mean, it was really just white baseball players. I mean, if Josh Gibson was in the major leagues, who knows what he would have done? He might not have had the numbers that he had now, but he might have had more. You don't know. I mean, he died at 35 years old. So I bet you didn't know that.
I absolutely did not know that.
He actually got a brain tumor at 31, and
Ouch.
He refused surgery. And he played for 4 years with excruciatingly bad migraine-like headaches, and then he died of a few things. It seems like he stroked out and around that point because the cancer really got bad. But he died at 35, and it was 3 months before Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. So I was talking to somebody, and he said that Gibson didn't do it because he was a drunk. Well, that's not completely true. I mean, he did drink, but it was more of the fact that he was too old. He was 35. Robinson was like 24, something around there. So that's why Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. He was a great personality player. He really represented he really was what the people wanted to represent. Just the pride, the integrity, the good looks, the flair, all that stuff.
All the things that are missing in today's game.
Yeah. I mean, Manny Ramirez had that. He had the flair. He had the adding on to the jumping up on the wall and high-fiving fans.
He was a fool, though. You can't dispute he got in the way of himself a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Only thing about Manny that speaks a little bit to him is that, I mean, players never really turn on you. Your own teammates never really turn, but the locker room in Boston turned on him. So you gotta be a bad teammate for your teammates to turn on you. So I don't know what he was doing there, but
they might have all been drunk in Boston. They might have all been drunk.
Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. They were eating chicken and fried chicken and drinking beer.
Yeah. Maybe stole one of Big Poppy's chicken wings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can understand that. He's being the mentor to Yoenis Cespedes in Oakland right now, which is that could be a good thing. It could add a little bit of a pop to a young guy.
I don't know if I want Manny as a mentor.
Hey guys, I'm going to cut it off here. Check out the rest of my channel. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace out.